yogis, thank you for joining me for this Hatha Yin yoga practice. By using the principles of breath from Hatha Yoga and fusing them with the deepening holds from a Yin practice, we will release tension in our muscles, develop a calm and centering space for our nervous system, and find stillness for our minds. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed or stress is getting to you, this is the practice for you. Whether you're waking up and want to set the intention for a calm and centering day ahead, or if you're winding down for the day and need a little help detaching from the day's events, coming to visit your breath and connect to your body and mind will allow you to regulate and de-stress. So I hope you enjoy this practice where we find stillness, relaxation, and stress release. Let's meet on the mat. Coming to lay on your back, knees are bent, soles to the ground. One hand just below the navel, one over the heart, allowing a tactile experience here, connecting your breath and body. Inhale, breath fills the pelvic floor, rising past the sacrum, through the navel, into the chest and the collarbones. Follow the exhale as it travels back through the same path. Navel draws to spine. Inhale, feeling the breath expanding, filling your body. Exhale, breath releasing, the chest lowers and the navel draws to the spine. One more inhale, noticing the breath and the body moving in unison, and a slow exhale. Roll over to all fours. We'll come to find child's pose, Balasana. Bringing the arms forwards towards the top of the mat. You can bring your forehead to the mat as well. Breathe into the posture. Gaze is internal. And as we inhale, we'll breathe into the pelvic floor. And exhale meets a slight pelvic contraction, navel to spine. Inhale, ground through the hands, scoop the chest forward as you rise into a tabletop, slight arch of the spine. Exhaling, rounding the spine, drawing the buttocks to heels down into child's pose. Inhaling, scooping the body forward, arching the spine. Feel the breath as it travels past the back of the heart. Exhale, rounding the spine, releasing the breath, coming back into child's pose. One more time. Inhale as you rise into tabletop, breath opening into the chest. And like a wave lapping at the shoreline, with its ebb and flow, the breath draws you back to child's pose. Just take a breath here, feeling into the movement that we've created already. Rise into a seated position. Legs are extended forward to the top of the mat and drawn together. We're going to come into staff pose here, so Dandasana. And while it seems like it's an easy posture, it's a foundational one to many other ones. So what we want to do is we want to understand the alignment. So before we set up the posture, you'll want to pop a folded blanket just under your sit bones to help raise the pelvis. And if you've got some blocks or books nearby, you might like those, just depending on the length of our arms here. So flexing the feet, feel the weight of your feet through the center of the heels, engage the calves and thighs, draw the inside of the thighs to the outer edges of the mat. So we're going to tilt the pelvis slightly back. This is where we would have the sit bones on the edge of a blanket. So engage the core, lengthen through the spine from the base to the crown. Place the palms on the floor beside the hips. So if your arms are a little bit shorter and you need blocks here, prop them up. Pop your palms on some blocks or books. And if your arms are a little bit longer, And you need to bend your elbows, by all means, bend the elbows. So like a staff here, the spine holds everything together. With its stability, it arranges support for the body's other functions, and it connects our heads to our bodies. So we find our center. Our minds connect harmoniously with our bodies here. Just a couple of breaths. So we inhale, the breath breathes life into the posture, blossoming from the base through to the collarbone. And as we exhale, we draw the navel to the spine and we contract the pelvic floor. Whole body engagement. So you'll find full harmony and action from the depths of your mind to the muscles throughout the body. Drawing your attention to the awareness of the body and asking how each sensation differs from the next. Just as a community supports each other in life, which areas of your body are supporting the others? And what can you adjust here in this posture to share the load? And how can this be related to circumstances in your life? Where can you let go in order to create space for something more worthy? Something that serves you in a better light. As we move into Kronchasana, we'll draw on the strength from that staff pose and step into our confidence and self-esteem. So draw the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. The traditional pose for Kronchasana would see the left foot on the outside of the hip. But if that's challenging for you today, then we'll do the modification, which is having the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. So drawing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, gently grasp the right foot with both hands and lengthen through the spine and extend the right knee, raising at about 45 degrees and pressing the foot into the hands for stability. If you're a little bit tight in the hamstrings here, you can bend that knee, or you can use a strap or belt to provide a little bit more give. Holding for 3 breaths here. Inhale, grounding through the seat. Collar is broad. Guide the breath from the base of the spine, expanding into the collarbone. Exhaling as the breath releases. Navel to spine. Slight contraction of the pelvic floor. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Breath blossoming into the collarbone. And on the exhale, navel to spine. Gentle contraction of the pelvic floor. What we'll do now is we're going to grasp the blade side of the right foot. So the blade side of your extended leg with your left hand. Your sit bones are square. Extend through the spine and rotate at the torso to the right side of the mat. We're going to extend the right arm behind to shoulder height. Now your gaze can go behind towards the end of the mat, or it can be to the side, whichever is less strain on your neck. 3 breaths here. Inhale, ground down and forward into the seat to maintain integrity in the spine. Exhaling, draw the navel to spine, releasing into the twist. We want to maintain the length in the spine here. So if you're rounding, feel free to lower the leg a little. Inhale, focus as the breath blossoms through the twist. Exhale, calming the mind. Navel to spine, slight pelvic contraction. Inhales, focused on the breath. Exhaling, letting go. Feeling into any sensations of the mind and body here. On the next inhale, releasing from the twist, from the torso, gently free the hold on the extended leg Drawing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh this time. Gently grasp the left foot with both hands. Lengthen through the spine and extend the left knee. Raising the leg 45 degrees and pressing the foot into the hands. Holding for 3 breaths. Inhale, grounding through the seat. Collar is broad. Guide the breath from the base of the spine, expanding into the collar. And as you exhale, the breath releases. Navel to spine. Slight contraction of the pelvic floor. One more breath here. Inhaling, grounding through the seat, breath blossoms from the base of the spine. Exhale, releasing the breath, navel to spine. Grasping the blade side of the left foot now with your right hand. Sit bones are square. Engage the core as you extend through the spine and rotate the torso to the left side now, extending the left arm to the back of the mat. Gaze to the back of the mat or to the side. Taking 3 breaths here, let's inhale, ground down and forward into the seat to maintain integrity in the spine. Exhale, draw the navel to spine, releasing into the twist. Maintaining that length in the spine, remembering to lower the leg if we're rounding in the back. Exhale, focus as the breath blossoms from the twist. Calming the mind, navel to spine. On the next inhale, focusing the breath as it blossoms from the seat into the collarbone. And exhaling, letting go, feeling into any sensations of the mind and body. Inhaling, releasing the twist from the torso, gently free the hold on the extended leg. Find a seat with the legs extended. Again, if the sacrum doesn't fit, tilt forward, we can prop the sit bones up on the edge of a blanket. Draw the soles of the feet together. Knees fall to the sides, coming into Baddha Konasana here, butterfly pose. We'll have 2 options. We'll be in this position for 2 minutes. First option is to inhale and place the hands on the floor behind, draw the chest up and open through the collarbones. The second option is we'll hold our ankles and extend through the spine. So inhale. If you're in that first option there, drop the shoulders a little further away from the chest so you can find a broadening and opening in the chest. And if you're in the second option, gently draw the torso forward, and as you exhale, release into the fold, hinging from the hips. Finding length in the spine on the inhale, and on the exhale, releasing a little further into the forward fold. As we come to rest in this position for a couple of minutes, recognize the sensations, any discomfort. Feel into any impressions and try not to react to them. Just observe. You will grow to realize our peace lies in our awareness. We become aware that we can choose one thought over another. Choose here to let go. Coming to release this posture. Inhale, engaging the core, draw your body up to seated. Drawing the knees together, extending the legs in front, give them a little bit of a shake. Release a little bit of that tension we may have built up there. Again, we can use the blanket here to tilt the sacrum forward for a neutral pelvis. And as we place the legs wide, toes point up, we press out through the heels. We're coming into wide leg seated forward fold. So Upper Vista Konasana. Pressing the backs of the legs down, find length in the front body, and exhale gently with compassion, deepen into the forward fold, taking the fold to where your body will allow. Breathing into the pelvic floor, keeping the spine long, ensuring that there's no rounding of the spine. Inhale, breath remains in the pelvic floor, and exhale as the pelvic contracts, navel to spine. The thighs are active, the pelvis is engaged, and the spine is long. As we deepen into this posture, we'll be here for 2 minutes. Recognize any discomfort. Allow yourself to explore any vulnerabilities rather than retreating in fear. Consider using your awareness to use the breath to direct the pose and guide yourself into the present moment. Allow yourself to be open and to utilize the strength that is at the core of your body, the core of your being, to guide you into the next phase of the posture. Deepen the pose slowly. There is no finish line. There is no race. Just you, your breath, and the ability to let go. Sometimes we forget that finding inner stillness is the key to our outer strength. So finding our breath and allowing it to guide us internally in this posture will help us become stronger. Almost there. Beautiful work, everybody. And now, gently release from the fold, engaging the core and rising up to seated. Extending the legs out toward the top of the mat, so bringing them together. Invite length in the spine. Inhale, folding forward at the hips, micro bend in the knees, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Exhale, draw the hands to the knees or the ankles or the heels, wherever your body will allow you to go today. And release into the fold from the hips. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling, sense the breath as it blossoms from the seat. Exhale, soften, letting go, gentle contraction of the pelvic floor. The inhale encourages the breath with compassion, with kindness. And the exhale, accepting where your body is, where you are at this very moment. Using your core, rise out of the fold. Now, coming into pigeon pose here, mindfully swing the Left leg to extend behind towards the back of the mat. Point or tuck the toes at the back, honouring whichever feels right for your body. Hips are square. Inhale, find steadiness on the fingertips as you lengthen through the spine, drawing the navel back. And as you exhale, slowly walk the hands forward, hinging at the hips. Come to rest on the forearms or the forehead if your body allows. You can use a block here under your forehead too, if that's more supportive for you. Inhale, follow the breath from the base of the spine to the collarbone. And exhale as we surrender into the pose. 2 minutes here. The minute we accept the emotions that arise, we can nurture them, we can see them, we can hold them. This is the moment we create space to grow. Go inward. Allow yourself a moment to witness that which is harboring judgment. Exhale and let it go. On the next inhale, gently walk the hands back in, rising up through the torso. Exhale, push into the palms, moving into the other side. So draw the left leg around to the front and swing the right leg to the back, toes pointed to the back of the mat. Tuck or point the toes, again honouring which feels right for your body. Your hips are squared, and as we inhale, we'll find steadiness on the fingertips to lengthen through the spine. And exhale, slowly walk the hands forward, hinging at the hips, coming to rest on the forearms or the forehead. Inhale, follow the breath from the base of the spine into the collarbone. Exhale as you surrender into this posture. Recognize what comes up for you here. Often, pigeon can raise emotions of fear, anxiety. Maybe you might feel a little bit restless here, or it could be the opposite. Maybe you feel release and contentment. Either way, just breathe. Remember, if it is discomfort, it's a sign of potential growth, and acceptance can help us move through the experience with more ease. Breathe with kindness. Find compassion for yourself. Release and let go. walking the hands back in, pushing into the palms, raising up through the torso. Draw the right leg around to the front. Come to find a wide-legged child's pose. Sitting on your heels, toes touch, knees wide. Slowly exhale as you walk your hands forward, forehead to the mat. Let's take a few breaths here. Just releasing into the posture, surrendering into the present moment. Inhale, following the breath from the seat along the back to the back of the heart. And exhaling, letting go. Surrender. Find stillness. Rise to seated, extending both legs out towards the top of the mat. Relax into our final pose, Shavasana. Elongate through the spine. Allow the feet to fall to the outsides of the mat. Arms fall away from the body. Create space for the groin and the pits to breathe. Slightly tuck the shoulder blades. Gently draw the chin away from the chest. Relax into the mat. Ground into the earth. Observe the breath. Its natural inflow, its releasing outflow, and like the ocean's waves, ebbing and flowing, responding to the natural pull of the gentle tide. Feel the breath, tranquil and at ease, caressing the nostrils on the inhale, releasing and letting go on the exhale. Sinking deeper into your mind's eye on each exhale, peacefully and gently surrender into the breath's organic flow. You are more than welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. In fact, I encourage it. But if you are challenged for time, you can come out with me now. So becoming aware of your natural breath, simply observe it and begin to feel the body light and free of resistance, free of judgment. Notice where the breath breathes into spaciousness, tracing into pockets of the body where it may not have been able to reach. Now, deepen your breath. Begin by moving the fingers and toes, Gently and with slow movements, rock the head and the neck, rolling to one side, slowly making your way to a comfortable seat. Take this moment to connect with the environment, the universe. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Draw the palms together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, letting go, releasing the last of any tension from your body, from your mind, and using it as a reminder that we can release that which is not serving us at any moment throughout the day, simply with our breath. Take a deep inhale, accepting positive energy into the body in honor of all that you are. Namaste. Thank you so much for allowing me into your space and joining me for this practice today. Don't forget, if you liked the practice, hit the little like button. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the little notification bell so that you don't miss out on any practices. If there is anything you would like to practice, please pop it in the comments. I read the comments and I will see what I can create for you. Until we meet on the mat again, keep making magic in your space at your own pace. Namaste.